Hello children, and welcome once again to the online class conducted during the COVID-19 lockdown period. We are in chapter number 9 in standard 9, environmental management, and lot of background music going around me because I'm standing in showers of rain. We have already seen the weather and the climate, and we had seen the various different types of waste, and we had broadly categorized them into the biodegradable and the non-biodegradable waste. Then we had also seen the 7 principles of solid waste management. And in the previous class, we had begun with a new topic in the same chapter, disaster management. We had seen about the natural disasters and the man-made disasters. And today, we are going to see a very interesting topic, that is first aid.
दिल का दौरा पड़ने पर किसी व्यक्ति को मौत से कैसे बचाया जाए। यदि मरीज बेहोश हो और उसकी सांस रुक गई हो तो उसे अस्पताल ले जाने के लिए फौरन एम्बुलेंस बुलवाएं। इस बीच उसे कृत्रिम सांस यानी सीपीआर दें। यदि आप इसके लिए पहले से प्रशिक्षित नहीं हैं तो ऐसा करें। मरीज की बगल में घुटनों पर बैठ जाएं। अपने दोनों हाथों की उंगलियों को आपस में फंसाएं और अपनी हथेलियों को नीचे की तरफ रखते हुए ब्रेस्ट बोन यानी छाती की हड्डी के नीचे रखें। अपनी कोहनियों को सीधा रखें। अपने पूरे शरीर के वजन को अपने हाथों पर डालें ताकि सीधा दबाने में आसानी हो। अपने हाथों से जोर देते हुए इस तरह दबाएं कि नीचे की तरफ 4 से 5 सेंटीमीटर तक की गति बनी रहे। हाथ हटाए बगैर ही प्रेशर कम करें। उसके बाद एक क्षण के लिए रुकें। दबाने और छोड़ने की प्रक्रिया को दोहराएं। ऐसा 30 बार करें। इसके बाद आर्टिफिशियल रेस्पिरेशन या कृत्रिम सांस की प्रक्रिया आरंभ करें। सिर पीछे की तरफ करें। ठोड़ी या चिन को ऊपर उठाएं। नाक को अपनी 2 उंगलियों से इस तरह दबाएं कि हवा लीक ना हो। लंबी सांस लें। अपने मुंह से मरीज के मुंह को पूरी तरह सील कर दें। मरीज के मुंह में 2-2 सेकंड पर सांस छोड़ें। इसे दोहराएं। सीपीआर दोबारा शुरू करें। मेडिकल सहायता न मिलने तक 30 बार चेस्ट या छाती दबाने और मुंह से मुंह में सांस देने की इस प्रक्रिया को दोहराते रहना है।
So as we have seen in the video, the main objective of first aid is to prevent the deterioration of health, to prevent death, and to start the process of rehabilitation. So it is important to know about the emergency measures or the first aid practices to be followed. Let us see the basic principles of first aid. For life and resuscitation, ABC. The basic principles of first aid may be compiled into the acronym ABC, where A stands for airway, B stands for breathing, and C stands for circulation. The first step is airway. The airway or the respiratory passage of the human body is one of the more important parts to be checked when providing first aid, and is typically the first item given attention in the seriously sick or injured patients. In order to provide airway or in order to clear the airway, put the person on his or her back on a firm surface. Kneel next to the person's neck and shoulders. Open the person's airway or the respiratory passage using the head tilt, chin lift method. Then put your palm on the person's forehead and gently push down. Then, with the other hand, gently lift the chin forward to open the respiratory passage or the airway. Check for normal breathing very quickly. Look for chest motion, listen for breath sounds, and feel for the person's breath on your cheek and ear. Coming to the next point, B. B for breathing. Breathe for the person, which means. Now, if the victim's breathing has stopped, then artificial ventilation should be given by mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. With the airway open using the head tilt, chin lift method, now pinch the nostrils shut for mouth-to-mouth breathing and cover the person's mouth with yours, making a seal. Try to give two rescue breaths. Give the first rescue breath lasting 1 second. Then watch if the chest rises. If it rises, give the second breath. But if the chest does not rise, repeat the head tilt chin lift method and give the second breath and continue till medical help arrives. The third point, C for circulation. If the victim is unconscious, then after giving mouth to mouth respiration twice, the heart should be pressed down hard by pressing the chest with both the palms. These two actions should be repeated alternately about 15 times. This is called cardiopulmonary resuscitation or the CPR. It helps to bring the circulation back to normal. So, these were the ABC of the basic principles of first aid. Now, going on to another part, see if the victim is injured or if the victim is bleeding through the wound, then the wound should be covered with an antiseptic pad and pressure applied on it for 5 minutes with either thumb or palm. Now, what to do in case of a fracture? If any bone is fractured, it is essential that the fractured part be immobilized. It can be done with the help of any available wooden rods, batons, or rulers. If there is an impact on the back or vertebral column, the patient should be kept immobile on a firm stretcher till medical help arrives. Now, what if the victim has suffered burn injuries? In case of a burn victim, it is beneficial to hold the injured part under clean and cold flowing water for at least 10 minutes. Let us revise now, children. Today we have seen the basic principles of first aid, where we have seen ABC. A stands for airway or clear the respiratory passage. B stands for breathing. C for circulation. Then we have also seen what to do if a victim is bleeding, or if a person has suffered a fracture, or if a person has become a burn victim. Note down your assignment, children. You have to write the answer in your science copies. How is first aid provided to victims of disasters who are injured?
So, children, stay home, stay safe, plant a sapling. God bless you.